Hook. What if I told you that the government has been hiding secrets from you for decades? From mysterious experiments to covert operations, it's shocking to think about the information that's been kept under wraps. In this video, we'll be exploring 10 mind-blowing government cover-ups that will leave you questioning everything. So, let's dive in and uncover the truth. Fact 1, the Roswell Incident. One of the most enduring conspiracy theories is the Roswell Incident, which occurred in 1947. An unidentified flying object crashed in Roswell, New Mexico, and the U.S. military initially reported that they had recovered a flying disc. However, they soon retracted this statement, claiming it was actually a weather balloon. Over the years, numerous eyewitness accounts and declassified documents have suggested that the government is still hiding the truth about what really happened in Roswell. Fact 2, the CIA's MKUltra program. In the 1950s and 60s, the CIA conducted a series of secret experiments known as MKUltra, which aimed to develop mind control techniques using hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and psychedelic drugs. The program was shrouded in secrecy, and many of the documents related to it were destroyed. However, declassified files have revealed that the CIA used unsuspecting citizens, including prisoners and mental patients, as test subjects, raising serious questions about the government's respect for human rights. Fact 3, the Gulf of Tonkin Incident. In 1964, the U.S. government claimed that North Vietnamese naval forces had attacked American ships in the Gulf of Tonkin, leading to a significant escalation of the Vietnam War. However, it was later revealed that the second attack never actually occurred, and the first attack was likely a misunderstanding. The Gulf of Tonkin incident is often cited as an example of how governments can manipulate information to justify military action. Fact 4, the NSA's domestic spying program. In the 1970s, it was discovered that the National Security Agency, NSA, had been spying on American citizens, including anti-war activists and civil rights leaders. The program, known as Operation Shamrock, involved the interception of mail and electronic communications without warrants. Although the program was shut down, it raises concerns about the government's willingness to compromise civil liberties in the name of national security. Fact 5, the Tuskegee Syphilis Experiment. Between 1932 and 1972, the U.S. Public Health Service conducted a horrific experiment in which hundreds of African American men in Macon County, Alabama, were left untreated for syphilis. The men were not informed about their condition, and the government wanted to study the natural progression of the disease. This egregious example of medical malpractice and racism was only exposed in the 1970s, leading to significant changes in medical ethics and patient consent laws. Fact 6, Operation Northwoods. In the early 1960s, the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff proposed a series of covert operations, known as Operation Northwoods, aimed at creating a pretext for invading Cuba. The plans included staging fake terrorist attacks, sinking American ships, and blaming Cuba for the incidents. Although the operation was never implemented, it reveals the extent to which governments are willing to go to achieve their objectives, even if it means deceiving their own citizens. Fact 7, the CIA's involvement in the 1953 Iranian coup. In 1953, the CIA and British intelligence agencies orchestrated a coup that overthrew the democratically elected government of Iran, led by Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. The coup was motivated by a desire to control Iran's oil resources and prevent the country from nationalizing its oil industry. This event had far-reaching consequences for Iran and the Middle East, and its legacy continues to shape international relations today. Fact 8, the Pentagon Papers. In 1971, a former Defense Department employee named Daniel Ellsberg leaked a series of classified documents, known as the Pentagon Papers, which revealed that the U.S. government had been secretly escalating the Vietnam War despite public claims that the war was winding down. The papers also exposed the government's knowledge of the war's futility and the high number of civilian casualties. The leak led to a landmark Supreme Court case on freedom of the press and government secrecy. Fact 9, the U.S. government's use of Agent Orange in Vietnam. During the Vietnam War, the U.S. military used a toxic herbicide known as Agent Orange to destroy crops and foliage that provided cover for enemy forces. However, the chemical had devastating effects on human health, causing birth defects, cancer, and other diseases in Vietnamese civilians and American soldiers. The U.S. government initially denied any knowledge of the chemical's dangers, but it has since acknowledged its responsibility and provided compensation to affected veterans. Fact 10. The secret diplomatic channels with Cuba. For decades, the U.S. government has maintained secret diplomatic channels with Cuba, despite the official embargo and travel restrictions. These back channels have been used to negotiate the release of prisoners, coordinate counterterrorism efforts, and discuss potential reforms to the Cuban economy. While the existence of these channels is not entirely surprising, it highlights the complexity of international relations and the willingness of governments to engage in clandestine diplomacy when it suits their interests. CTA. Thanks for watching our video on 10 mind-blowing government cover-ups. If you're interested in learning more about these topics, be sure to check out our other videos and subscribe to our channel for more educational content. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends and family to spark important conversations about government transparency and accountability.